10 seconds now to go before we see the first of our competitors in the water. Cameron Dye, who's done so much in triathlon and in long distance, will lead us off. And he's into the water. Big dive. 2 seconds later, there goes Jake Bergwissel, Ryan Fisher as well. And they are off. There's quite a gap now, 10 seconds to Yorick van Egdem, and he is just watching the trio disappear into the distance already. That must be incredibly tough.
That would be hard. And they're all lined up now. Van Egdem, Blumenfeld and Amberger. Amberger can swim.
Don't forget, Josh can certainly help drag some of these guys up with him as he swims past, and if they use any of their tactics, like on the bike, drafting, sitting on the feet, sitting on the hips. So let's see if any groups do form in this swim.
Crisanto Grajales and Igor Polyansky on the same time, so they took off together. Henry Schumann, Andreas Salzburg, they're all off. Richard Varga now is going to get into the water. Watch him and see if he can chop down people one after the other. Who have we got now? Terenzo Bozzoni, Dan Hoy. The wild card is on the same as Siggy Ragnarsson, so they'll enter together. Another wild card in Matt Hauser, Alessandro Fabian, and very last of all, and 66 seconds back, he's going to have a long 8 seconds waiting on the swim pontoon is Dmitry Polyansky, and he's got everything to do if he's going to avoid being eliminated in a second of the swims. He's going to have 2 big swims and a very good bike, and they are all in the water and spread out all the way to the boys. The leaders have already made it 125 metres. This is something completely different. Almost everyone has a little bit of clean water to work with.
That's also very different from what they got to experience yesterday. And someone like Polyansky, who is at the back, is a good swimmer, maybe got caught up yesterday, didn't get to showcase how good he is. And this could be an opportunity where you said this 1 minute where they potentially can be ruled out of the race. He may be able to fight his way back in. And
you see Bergwissel and Fisher had joined Dye. Dye's a fantastic swimmer. So Jake, whose swim has been a weakness in the past, to move up onto Dye's hip, it's a big move.
Very big move, and Cameron Dye leads them out, and it looks like he's going to lead them in as well. So he's given it all, his all, and he was he was broken man this morning, but he really gave it everything he did on the TT bike as well. So he made that decision and he got it right. And now there's a little group together, Jacob Bergwissel alongside Cameron Dye.
Geez, he's swimming well, Jacob.
They're proving you right, really, which I don't like. All weekend, you've been right on Jacob Bergwissel, and he keeps proving you right, and I don't enjoy that. I prefer to see you get it wrong.
Yeah, this kid's a super talent. Look for him over the next 5 or 6 years to do special things on the world circuit. He is a very big talent.
Big gaps to the top 3. Bergwissel and Dye are your co-leaders at the moment, and right behind them is Ryan Fisher as well. The trio quite a way ahead, so they'll enter into transition together as there's a huge spread across the field. It's over 100 metres.
Yeah, look, it's like we've seen, transition is just as important as the rest of the legs today. I mean, we can't just say 3 at this point in time because there's so many of them. But yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I've been most impressed by Jacob, and he has worked really hard on his swim, and you wouldn't know that he is, given his stroke, given how good he looks in the water, he's been doing so much work, but comes from a running background.
And Ryan Fisher, we're not talking about him, but he's sitting right off the hip of Jake Burt. It was one of the nicest spots to sit in a swim. You get a little bit of a draft. I like that spot back in the day, but to see Jacob Bergwissel lay down the smack on Cameron Dye, who's considered the best swimmer in triathlon in the US, he is in great form.
It's a long race, though, isn't it? It looks like around a 39 to 40-minute race. Is there any pacing yourself in this kind of thing? Because we've gone for 3 legs to 5.
He's moving into his strongest discipline now, the run. Okay, so he can set this right up and get away. He rode so well this morning. And these 3 are going to form a little group, but I think...
Let's throw down actually now to Robbie McEwen. Robbie, how does it look down there? I can see you on screen.
Oh, this group has got a really good gap. They've actually built the gap. Ryan Fisher's just in. Fish, here comes Bergwissel, shoe on. Attack him. Nothing from him. He is at about 300 beats a minute by my count. I can feel it from where I'm standing. Here is Blumenfeld, everything in, and the boys are just trying to chase in at 3.